Well, Parker dropped his balls. Literally. Listen, Williams Nwaneri, I think a lot of people expected maybe him to be a Sooner coming out of Lee Summit North. And after his most recent visit, Parker Thune decided to crystal ball the 5-star defensive lineman to the University of Oklahoma. And we need to talk about it. But before we do that, please go ahead and hit your like and the subscribe button. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments below. How many 5-star defensive linemen do you think the Oklahoma Sooners will take? Do you think they will take more than one? Or do you think they'll get 2 or 3? So Parker Thune, as everybody likes to say it, he dropped his balls. And they were pretty big ones because he has now crystal balled the 5-star top 10 player, 247, number 3 player overall in the country, Williams Nwaneri out of Lee Summit, Missouri, the 6'5", 250-pound defensive lineman, to end up at the University of Oklahoma after his most recent unofficial visit with Miguel Chavis, Brent Venables, Todd Bates, and the staff on Elite Junior Day. And this is significant because he's a top 10 defensive lineman in the composite. A lot of people think he could be the best defensive lineman in this class, especially if you look at 247. I know On3 will tell you it's Dylan Stewart, but regardless how you look at it, Williams Nwaneri is regarded across all of the recruiting networks as one of the top defensive linemen, as one of the top players in this class. And it could be because of his size, or maybe his length, or maybe it's just because the dude's a freak of nature and he can change direction so quickly. We're not going to look at his film today. We'll do that maybe another time. But if you guys go back and watch his film and watch how quick he is off of his feet and how quickly he can pursue the quarterback or anybody else, he makes a perfect edge rusher. And I think that's potentially where you're going to see the Oklahoma Sooners want to use Williams Nwaneri. Half the reason why he really sat down and spent some time with Miguel Chavis in the film room, where the Oklahoma Sooners were able to explain to Williams, here is how we want to use you here at the University of Oklahoma. And when you're able to spend a lot of time with a player like that, and you're able to spend that time explaining to them, this is how we're going to help you grow and develop, whoo! Yeah, Oklahoma should definitely be favored there. And as a pass rusher, he's one of the most elite. I mean, looking at his stats in 2021, 43 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 1 pass breakup. It's pretty good for a defensive lineman. Now, it is notable to say, Williams Nwaneri does have other really big offers out there. Colorado, which he's got a visit scheduled for. Texas, Oregon, Florida, Alabama, LSU, which I think LSU just offered him on the 3rd. He's got other big offers. But if you guys have listened to Parker Thune, he told you that it would be hard for Oklahoma to get the lead here rather than maintain the lead. And he believes that Oklahoma just took the lead. And there's a lot of things that the Oklahoma Sooners have going for them. I mean, it could be that you have Jamar Mosey up there as your head coach at Lee Summit North, and he's a former Sooner. And yeah, he was teammates with Josh Heupel, so there's a little bit of a connection there to Tennessee. But if you're the Oklahoma Sooners, you just recently, out of this last cycle, got Caden Green from Lee Summit North. Not to mention, you went and got PJ Adebayor from the Kansas City area. And so if you're the Oklahoma Sooners, and you're Miguel Chavis and Brent Venables and Todd Bates, you have to feel really good at where you're at with Williams Nwaneri. Because not only do you have your staff selling this kid on why he should be here, he's got friends here selling him on why he needs to be in Norman. And Caden Green, listen, he'll sell him on why he needs to be in Norman. Because Caden Green likes it here. Loves it here. And Caden Green's got the potential maybe after this freshman season, to be a 3 or 4 year starter on that offensive line. That's how good Caden Green is. And Caden Green loves this staff. And if he can echo that message to Williams Nwaneri, maybe you land 2 5-star defensive linemen in this class. That's me obviously hinting at David Stone committing as well. But that wasn't the only big defensive lineman that Oklahoma had on campus this week, because they also had another 5-star defensive lineman that spent a long time on campus and a long time with the coaches, well after all the other players left. And we're going to talk about him in another video. And that's one that is worth noting and worth watching to see how it's going to shake out. And I'm not oblivious to say that Oklahoma is going to go out there and land 3 or 4 5-star defensive linemen. I do think they have a really good shot at landing 3, though, because you have David Stone, Williams Nwaneri, and I believe Nigel Smith is a 5-star. I believe he will be a 5-star at the end of this cycle. And so I believe right there gives you Oklahoma 3 5-star defensive linemen. They potentially could have 4. We'll just have to see how it all shakes out. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, please go ahead, hit that like and the subscribe button. Jump down in the comments below. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Do you guys think Williams Nwaneri commits to the Oklahoma Sooners? How many 5-star defensive linemen do the Oklahoma Sooners realistically land? And listen, hit the like and the subscribe button, guys. Jump in the comments, because I'm constantly bringing you guys college football content. We're bringing you guys 2024 recruit interviews. We're also bringing you player interviews. And if you guys want those to continue, if you guys like those, then I need you guys to continue to interact with the show and to continue to drum up excitement so that we can get this thing pushed out there to other people, so that we can continue to bring on other people and potentially bring on some bigger names. So thank you for tuning in. Hit the like and the subscribe button.